Everyone ready? Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming. In just a moment, Chief Jerry Williams is going to provide a statement about the incident that occurred today. First, allow me to introduce everyone that we have here in attendance. We're joined by Mayor Kate Gallego, Councilwoman Ann O'Brien, Chief Jerry Williams, Assistant City Manager Lori Bays, members of the Phoenix Police Executive Staff, as well as the Phoenix Fire Department and the Phoenix Law Enforcement Association. Chief?
Thank you, Sergeant Williams. Good afternoon. Here I am once again standing before you delivering this type of news outside of a hospital. I'm angry, I'm tired, and I'm frustrated. Today, one of my officers was shot and critically injured. I'll remind you that I've had 8 officers shot and 13 injured during the 4 critical incidents that we've had in the last 4 months as of today. My officers responded to a domestic violence call this morning near Cave Creek and Beardsley Road. A woman told us she left her home and came to the gas station to talk to officers because she was afraid of the confrontation that might occur. While she was speaking to the officers, the suspect drove into the parking lot and fired multiple rounds at our officers at a busy gas station, striking one of them. One officer returned fire after the suspect drove away. We are working diligently to locate him and have released information and a photo of him. I will say this, I am confident we will find this man. The officer injured today is a 24-year veteran of the Phoenix Police Department. The officer's spouse is also a Phoenix police officer. This is a family of public servants to our community who have dedicated their lives to protecting and serving you. From the subways of New York City all the way to a gas station in Phoenix, Arizona, we are not immune to the violence against law enforcement in our communities that is plaguing this nation. I want to personally thank Mayor Gallego, Public Safety Chairwoman Ann O'Brien, Assistant City Manager Lori Bays, and all those who are behind me supporting us, as well as the Phoenix Fire Department and the dedicated hospital staff of Honor Health Deer Valley, who have always shown us incredible support. With the unpredictable nature of domestic violence and the complexities of mental health, the surge of violence across our country, particularly against law enforcement, now more than ever, we need to prioritize public safety. Those who protect our community need our support, and the folks standing with me today definitely support public safety. But remember this, public safety isn't just our safety, it's also community safety. Thank you for that, and if there are any questions, just so you all will know that the scene is still active, the suspect has not been located. To our community members, if you see the photo or see the individuals, please do not approach. Call 911, it's a very dangerous individual. I can tell you this about the officer. She's a wife, she's a mom, she's a dedicated public servant, and we're very hopeful and prayerful that she'll pull through just fine. So please keep all of our officers in your thoughts and prayers, as well as the dispatchers who take those dangerous calls for service. We thank you for being here today, and we'll update you when we have further information. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. As the Chief stated, it's a very active, ongoing investigation. It's only a few hours old. I can attempt to answer some very basic preliminary questions. However, information is very limited at this time.
Is the suspect related to the initial call?
Yes, the suspect was some sort of romantic relationship with the woman that called us.
What is the suspect's name?
That's the information that we released. I don't have it right in front of me. I don't want to misspeak.
Can you give us an update on how the officer is doing, if she's in surgery or what's next for her?
Yeah, she's actively receiving medical care right now, and we're hopeful that everything continues to progress in a positive way.
Can you tell us how many shots an officer fired at the scene?
No, that's still being investigated. As I said, we're only about 3 hours into this. We've got a couple different spots that we're looking at, a lot of information we're pouring over, witnesses, surveillance video. You can imagine it's a complex investigation, and most of these details are going to take a while to develop.
Where was the vehicle located of the suspect?
I don't have that information.
So as soon as we get more information, we'll make sure that we update you all. You all have been great supporters of us when we want to push out information. But again, we want to make sure that the community does not approach this individual. If they see or find him, please call 911.
Can you tell us if a blue alert will be issued so everyone can be aware?
Yeah, my understanding is we are working with DPS to issue that blue alert. We've also posted information about the vehicle and the suspect on our Twitter. You can expect more updates from us on Twitter as we learn what's happening, if we locate this suspect. As the chief said, I just want to reiterate that this person is armed and dangerous. If you see them, do not approach them. If you think you see them, call 911, please. We implore you. Thank you. Thank you for everyone coming in today.
I'm sorry, I have a question. Was anybody else injured? How was the woman who made the initial call?
It's being investigated. I don't have information on that right now.
No one else was injured except the one officer?
One officer was shot. I don't have any other information besides that.
Did the
Thank
suspect
you.
change cars at the scene?
Early stages of trying to figure out what happened. They're not sharing all the information right now, but they did give us quite a bit of information. They said these officers did respond to a domestic violence call at 27th and Beardsley at that convenience store. They said a woman called them, said she went to the gas station to meet with them, to talk with them about this domestic violence situation because she was too scared to meet at her home. And that's when officers met her. They say soon after that, the suspect pulled up to that gas station, fired multiple rounds, striking one of them. They say one of the officers was shot, which is who you mentioned, that 24-year veteran, a wife and a mom and a spouse. Now, so one officer was shot, so now that officer is in critical condition, and we're still waiting to hear a little bit more about how she's doing and what will come next for her, but we are obviously thinking about her. Now, as for the suspect, that suspect, as you mentioned, also still outstanding, described as a white male, 35 years old, 6'4", 250 pounds, and was last seen wearing a black hat, white t-shirt, black shorts, also has tattoos on his neck, and he's possibly bleeding. So that's what they're saying for the public to look out for. They're also asking for anyone, if they have any information, to call 911. I'll send it back to you right now.
So we're looking at video right now, Bailey. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a very large presence, and it looks like some sort of a special assignment unit, a SWAT type unit near 3rd Avenue and Greenway, and we saw them earlier. We're going to stay wide on this shot because we definitely don't want to give away any tactics that they may be using if the suspect is indeed watching us right now. We don't know if they know the man is here in one of these homes, but it appears at this point they're in the backyard of at least one home. And in our news conference, Bailey, we didn't hear anything about where he may be right now, but there obviously is a very large presence in this area.
Yeah, according to the tweet that they sent out right before this press conference, they said that's where the suspect was last seen. So that's why they're scouring that area. I don't know if that's where the vehicle was found, but they do say that they found the vehicle. So they're looking all over that area, trying to find the suspect. And as you heard, Police Chief Jerry Williams said earlier, we are so confident we are going to find this suspect. So it should, according to that confidence and what she said, it should only be a matter of time before they find the suspect.
Yeah, especially if he's bleeding, which makes you think that either he was injured somehow in getting away from the scene, or possibly he was shot. There was an exchange of gunfire, as we heard. All right, so just to catch you up here, if you're just tuning in right now, about say a little over 2 hours ago, we had a Phoenix police officer responding to some sort of a domestic call, a woman who was afraid of her romantic partner, boyfriend, and she went to a gas station near Cave Creek in Beardsley. When police responded to that location, that man, that romantic partner, drove up onto the scene and opened fire on police officers. Police officers responded and shot at him. A 24-year veteran of the force, a female officer, was hit and critically injured. She is currently being treated at the hospital. But that brings us to 8 officers, just Phoenix PD, shot in the last 4 months. So we will continue to stay on top of the story. We are at 3rd Avenue and Greenway here. The last place this shooter was seen. He is still out on the loose right now. Well, the very latest online. Go to fox10phoenix.com right now, and we will see you for later editions of Fox 10 News. Our next newscast, scheduled newscast, is at 4 p.m. Send you back now to regularly scheduled programming.
In 17 words.
Okay.
Okay, take it. Okay.
Oh, here we go again. Okay. All right, you have 17 words to get your team to guess all 5 answers. Get ready. 45 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now.
Football, numbers,
Jersey.
screen.
Oh,
Scoreboard. Synonym, housekeeper.
maid.
Iron Man.
Superhero.
Marvel.
Marvel. What?
Hulk.